All right, what's up, guys? It's 3DB with a new build, the Power Rangers Green Ranger Flute of Summoning. This one was a great one here, guys. This one was actually built in a lot of different parts. Everything was pretty much like separated, and this was like an actual build, so it was kind of like a puzzle piece, putting a puzzle piece together. I learned a lot of new things, got a new challenge. I really like this build. It was really fun. I even tested out some new things with heat. So I seen a couple other people attempt this build as well. Seems like with this handle, there's usually like a warp when printing. So I don't use a heat gun, but I came up with a new way that actually worked for me to get this to fit nice and snug. Due to the virus, I'm not going to put my mouth on this. This is not for me. This is actually for somebody. But I actually put some pencil springs within these buttons to pretty much make them react as well. So just a couple different things that I tried that I'd like to show you guys during this build. So as always, if you like the build, if you learned something from it, definitely hit the like button. And if you want to stay tuned with me and all my other builds, definitely hit that subscribe button. But besides that, guys, it's morphin' time. Let's get to it. 3D. And we're back. All right, so check it out, guys. So with the help of some Bondo, the holes and the little gaps that you've seen before, I filled those in. And I actually got some more sandpaper, so some more wet, dry sandpaper. So I actually went up from 400 to 800 now. And that's making these prints a lot smoother. And I'm changing my process during this the primer stage, because as you can see, these prints look amazing. Like, mind you, some of the primer got scratched off, but I just sanded it for a second time. So what I do now is the normal 60 grit all the way up to 200. And then from 200, I rinse all the sandpaper dust off the print. And then I use the wet sandpaper. So this time I went from 400 to 800 and got that really, really smooth. So I did a pretty first layer of filler primer pretty thick. Now this one I'm gonna shoot it pretty lightly. And then hit everything with a nice gloss black. So I'm about to take it outside. It's beautiful out here now. It's summertime. Let's do it. Boom. So that's the second layer. After this, I might hit it with another bit of 800 grit before I paint. But that's it for the primer. Those gaps are looking good. Simba wants to say what's up. Alright, so this project is coming out smooth. Again, the wet sandpaper, I'll say it every video, that really makes a difference with your prints. A little bit more work, but by the time you get to the filler primer stage, the sanding gets easier. After I get to this stage, I don't use like the 200, the one, or somewhat. I'll use those if I use some Bondo or wood filler, just to level that out a little bit easier. But once you get to the filler primer stage, it's pretty much simple. As long as you did a good job with sanding everything before, these things come out beautiful. Look at it. So now that I'm down here, this is the gloss black that I'll be hitting it with next. It's a new gloss black that I'll be trying, but I think it's going to be real shiny just from the bottle. Looks like Rust-Oleum's coming out with these new tops. I like these tops a lot better too because it's a lot more efficient to spray. Sorry for Simba. It's a lot more efficient to spray. And the nozzle doesn't get clogged as easy. And it has a better spray like radius. Just makes it a lot easier. So once this dries, I'm going to probably hit it with another bit of 800 just to make sure everything is perfectly smooth. Hit it with that gloss black and then start painting in the details. Over here, I have like the little increments, so like the mouthpiece, the pieces for the flute where you push down, so on and so forth. I'm gonna get some springs to help this out, but I'm pretty much almost there. These aren't gonna take much to sand. They came out pretty easier for the printer. This is coming out beautiful. Damn! I don't know if the oh my, look at that. Yo. I'm getting good, guys. I am getting good. Look at the shine on that. It looks perfectly smooth. Again, that's that wet sandpaper. All right, so I pretty much got everything painted. And I'm just here assembling the smaller pieces. So right now I just fit it in. Starting to the flute pieces. Got everything else here and there. And got these two with the connectors. And I'm just gonna hit this with another bit of gold for obvious reasons. And then she will be set. All right, one of the best things about this file, you don't get with a lot of 3D printed files, is that it actually comes with these little clips for everything pretty much. So everything fits in there pretty simply. And it's just going to be clicks and connects. So it's not really much need for glue. Just going to put these together. All right, so this weird contraption right here, it's still the model. All I did was at the tip, it wasn't even. I'm pretty sure I showed that earlier. The top As you can see now, it's closed. It was like two U shapes trying to get together. So pretty much what I did was I used the top of my oven. I was already boiling water. I have not like a fire stove, like one of those electronic stoves. So with the heat from the top surface, I just used that to get the PLA warm again. Put it in this plastic bag just to protect the paint. And I do this when I paint as well. So if I'm spray painting, I don't want to use as much painter's tape or affect the paint, because sometimes the painter's tape can still strip some of your spray paint. I'm sure some of you guys have had that experience. So I use the plastic bag just to protect the paint, and then I use this duct tape over it. So I pretty much lined everything up, heated everything up, lined it up, put it in this bag, and now I'm using this duct tape. Some people use clamps. I'm pretty sure that would be a lot more efficient, but I don't have clamps at the moment. So I'm just improvising. So I'll call this like a little corn on the cob looking little thing. So I'm just making sure as it cools down that it still sticks together. After this, I'll glue it together and it's gonna look a lot better. But that's just my fix. I know some people put their prints in the oven. Some people use heat guns. I'm pretty sure somebody's tried using a lighter before. Maybe even heated up your print surface again. I'm pretty sure that could have worked. If I heated it up really hot, I'm pretty sure that could have flattened these two sides out. But I've seen that in a couple of other builds. So I'm guessing that's just something that happens with the printer, with using a raft. But it's a simple fix. As for the blade, with that centerpiece in there, it pretty much just snaps in. These parts right here is just going to take a little bit of super glue. I don't have to use the heat. So you can just line that up and then snap it in. And then from here, this tip will connect into there, so to the middle. And as you can see now, there's no more warp. So that worked out pretty good for me.